against Atlantic Division teams. Long week, but how are we feeling going into the 3-on-3 this weekend?
Yeah, feeling good. Obviously, it's kind of tough waiting to play again. We were all excited after those 2 wins, kind of just keep it rolling, keep the momentum going. But now we got to focus on practice this week, and only thing we're thinking about is puck drop Friday.
Kind of wearing the seat. Coach had mentioned the fact that you're not maybe one of the people who talks the most in the locker room, but leads by example, and I think that your numbers have kind of backed that up with a career here so far for you. What has kind of been different for you this season as compared to years past?
Honestly, I don't think I've changed the way I've played at all. I think every time on the ice, I try to give it my all. Just playing the right way, playing the game with integrity and honest. I got a couple lucky breaks here and there. I think Clarkey shot the puck off me like 4 times in the last 2 weeks, so that always helps. But it's not wavering from my mentality. Maybe, I set it out before the year to kind of just have a purpose with everything I do always, and kind of maintain that mentality. And so I guess playing with a little bit more purpose everywhere is what my goal was before the year, and so far it's kind of looking good.
Yeah, I think 4 points in the last game. How do you kind of, with the long break, use that momentum and keep it going into this weekend?
Yeah, obviously that was nice, but just carry it into practice here, kind of feel that swagger, keep it going. Again, we're only focused on kind of game to game here. Can't get too high, can't get too low in moments like this. So, 2 wins past weekend, good game in the last one. While that's good and all, you got to find a way to kind of flush it, but not totally erase it, but just use it to carry it into the next one.
Pretty much all season, you guys have kind of sat in that 6 and 7 spot in the North Division. But I mean, you look at it, and you're 5 points out of the playoffs, and you're 6 points out of 3rd place. So, what do you kind of tell the guys in the locker room as far as we're still in this, and as far as chances go with 14 games left to play in the regular season?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, like you said. So we had 2 wins, and then you go and check the standings, and we're still in that spot, right? So kind of look at that, and that's a little bit deflating, but it just shows the work that we have cut out for us, and everybody knows that. We've been preaching the mentality of focusing now, whatever moments in front of us, that's what we got to focus on. So today was practice, drill by drill, focus, just keeping that energy high, that pace high. And again, so only we can't look ahead in the schedule. We know who we got coming up, but anytime you look ahead and kind of you get ahead of yourself, you get in trouble. So you just got to take care of business where you can, and that business is Friday, Bridgeport.
There's been a little bit of roster turnover over the last 2-ish kind of weeks. How have the new guys that have come in fit in the locker room so far?
They're great. I mean, whenever that happens, obviously it's tough. Like there's guys that maybe don't really know or not used to certain things, but as staff and leadership group, that's our job to help them out, right? So help them out any way they can, and just their mentality. They've been great. Just keep things simple. Come in, work every day, be respectful, and they've done nothing but that, and it makes our lives a lot easier. And honestly, the way we've played the last 2 weeks, we played a simple, hard game, against teams in the past. So, they've been a big part of where we're getting to, and the way that we're trending. So, big credit to them.
And I'll ask our obligatory Bills question. They've opened up a ton of cap space over the last few weeks. So, leading up to the draft, are there any free agency moves you'd like to see them make, and who do you think they take in the
Well, they lost a lot of guys in the secondary. I mean, losing Hyde and Poyer, they were a strong duo in the safety for a while. So I know there's Justin Simmons. He's still out there. He's a safety. He's all-pro, former all-pro. I don't know if they can swing that one. I know they brought someone in for a visit yesterday, but I guess to shore up the back end and the secondary, he'd be my number 1 choice for free agency.
as far as
Draft. Yeah, I'd like to see them get a weapon for Josh. I know they just signed Samuel. They still got Diggs, who I expect to bounce back fully. Sammy's wearing a Josh Allen shirt. That's my boy. But yeah, I think one more weapon to kind of stretch the field. That's kind of what everyone's hoping for. But hey, if not, defense is always good too.
Thanks. Ryan, you're at 190 games with the Comets. I don't know if you realize you're getting close to the 200 mark.
No.
It's a small group of players. Robbie just hit it. He's the 7th in 11 years. So for you to get close to that number in 190, and then obviously 200, what's your time here meant for you during your career?
Yeah, it means a lot. I don't know how many games that's got to be the most, yeah, for sure, more than I played in Binghamton. So, yeah, I mean, it's the last 3 years. It's been at home. I have 2 kids that, they live here more than we do in Buffalo. So it's their home too. It's the place they know. They got lots of friends here. So, it's just a place that has really become that I've embraced, and it's a place that I feel comfortable in, and it's a place that I owe a lot to because of how well I've been treated here, and how my family's been treated here, and how we as a team has been treated here. So it's really a special place to me and my family.
As you guys have kind of whittled down the regular season, you got 14 games left. Kevin mentioned that at times this season the team had been disjointed in ways. I guess, do you know, can you put a finger on why maybe the team was disjointed at times?
I don't think there's anything in particular, but sometimes you just get in lulls, and you get in lulls as a group, and you just feel like when things aren't going well, everything's not going well. And there's, certain things that happen throughout games where it just could be very minor to the fans, but some happen, and you're like, oh boy, here we go again. And it just kind of brings you down, and then it affects it play as a whole, even though you recognize those moments as a group. You recognize them, and you say the right things to try and lift the spirits and bring guys out of it, and all that stuff. But sometimes things just go against you in ways that you can't really explain. It's just how you bounce back and how you deal with it, and that's kind of how we felt all year. We've kind of been having adversity all year, and just feel like we're trending in the right direction and breaking through, and then we'll do another step back. And so right now that's our challenge. We're climbing. We feel like we're playing well, and now that's our focus is really honing in on that. What's been successful for us in the last 2 games here and a little bit before that, or this whole March in general. We had a good March. So obviously there's only 14 games left. We got to keep that climb, and that's our big focus.
Where do you feel like the team's improved maybe the most over the last few months?
I think it's just we're understanding what it takes or what winning hockey actually is. We've been in a lot of really tight games in the last month here, and as a group we've been mature in those moments, and we've come out on top more than not. Whereas when we had an 8-game losing streak or whatever it was earlier in the year, we were in the same spots. We were up in the third, we had leads, and somehow they would just evaporate. So we're learning as a group that simple is good. We're just being mature in certain moments, like just not throwing pucks away, puck management, just early changes, being able to sustain pressure on the other team, just stuff like that. It's little things, and you think it's things that are obvious, but I think collectively as a group we're figuring it out more.